Okay, let's try to lay the final let's try to lay now the final base. Let's try to lay the final base in this case. So what's gonna happen here is yes, the question say x cubed minus 5x squared minus 2x plus 24. Having solving this out of, please, if this is not a partial fraction, it's not expressed in form of the partial fraction, you have to solve in this way that I'm going to solve. So what's going to happen here is this. I'm going to say, first convert this one x into positive way. So I've got x minus 3. We're going to get it to 0. Then you say xc, when this one goes cosine to be 3. Isn't it? So what's going to happen here is this. If it is not expressed into form of partial fraction, then they're telling you to reduce it into quadratic equation. And if also question might be added to solve with say like quadratic equation processes, you can go ahead, use this method. But don't use it or express it in form of partial fraction if the question is not a partial fraction. Yeah. Thank you. You understand further if I start solving exact after this one. Great. So what's going to happen here, I'm not going to include their coefficients, but I'm going to use the exact numbers, not to say x to the power 3, regardless any power, regardless anything, any letter, but it's equal to 1. Right? Also I've got negative 5. Right? And also I've got negative 2. And also I've got 24. 24, isn't it? So what's going to happen, this 3 I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put there. So this is, sorry, it is a negative, it's only 1. So I'm going to put it here, it's only 1 there. So this one's going to come down here. We're going to drop that one and comes here. Then we will try to multiply. What is 3 times 1? It is 3. We put it here to find the factors of here. Then we subtract, always. Negative 3 minus 3, that is negative 8. I mean we add always, not subtract. So what's going to happen then? What's going to happen in there? Here we go. So we say negative 5 plus 3, that's negative 2. Please, you have to add. Right? Again, the same negative 2 times 3, this will give you negative 6. What is negative 2 plus negative 6? That's negative 8. Right? The same negative 8 to multiply with 3 is giving you what? That's negative 24. Right? What's negative 24 plus negative 24? It's giving you 0. So if you see very much properly, watch out. There were 4 numbers here. This one having a squared, having a cubed. This one having a square. This is having only x. Then this having 0. So to reduce, so this one will reduce to what? Because numbers have been reduced to 3, from 4 to 3. So this one will be occupying what? A squared. Minus this one x. Minus this one occupying what? Only 8 like that. Isn't it? Is equal to 0. So this one turns into what? Into quadratic equation. So if the question is talking about quadratic equation and it is in this form, you can go ahead and solve quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Thank you very much. So it was quite a little bit base which might also meet, or we meet it in partial fraction. Let me say differentiating from partial fraction with this kind of equation. So the question is being expressed in partial fraction. Use the previous episode that have been the previous episode 341 that I have been showing you how to solve this kind of equation, or how to solve division algorithm in partial fractions. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. See you in exact partial fraction.